This is nothing more or less than a revolution in the field of energy supply.
It's of epic importance.
This concept has never before existed anywhere in a comparable form.
Members of the governing coalition are busily praising their newest accomplishment. Chancellor Angela Merkel seems pleased with the outcome.
It's a revolution we can plan, one that will completely transform our energy supply in just a few decades.
It's definitely an about-face in Germany's energy policies. Almost 10 years ago, the SPD-Green Party coalition government announced Germany's exit from nuclear energy and set a limit on reactor lifespans. Now, lifespans are being lengthened again. Old power plants will be extended for 8 more years and new ones for 14 years. In return, the utilities will be required to pay a yearly €2.3 billion fuel rod tax, as well as a one-off payment of €15 billion to fund renewable energy development. Green Parliamentary Party co-leader Jürgen Trittin, who, as Environment Minister in Schröder's coalition government, worked to pass the nuclear phase-out, is incensed.
Es handelt sich bei dieser Entscheidung nicht.
This is not a revolution in energy policy, as Chancellor Merkel has put it. It is rather a reactionary throwback to the 1980s.
Nuclear power opponents view the government's energy policy, and especially the lifespan extensions, as a clear yes to nuclear power. However, some energy experts think the move will enable a sorely needed policy shift.
I don't see this as a commitment to nuclear power, quite the contrary. Nuclear power has no future in Germany. All efforts are geared toward renewables, and that's what counts.
Solar and wind power operators disagree. They've made large investments and won't be able to offload their products with cheap nuclear power swamping the grid. Nuclear production also can't react flexibly to the fluctuations inherent in solar and wind power production.
Nuclear power and renewables don't mix well. What seemed to be reliable and constant 10-year investment terms now appear to have been made less reliable by this new policy.
Many small to mid-sized facilities like this biomass power plant were built in this 10-year period. Many municipal utilities invested in communal power plants. Now, many fear the major utilities will bolster their dominant market position, causing smaller energy producers to incur losses.
We criticize the government for not observing the market, only meeting with 4 companies and not involving the other players in developing the policy.
The nuclear debate is a hot-button issue in German politics. Opposition leader Sigmar Gabriel puts it bluntly.
Never before in Germany has the government seemed so blatantly viable. One side offered money and the other side wrote the according legislation. That is Merkel and Westerwelle's guiding principle.
The SPD is preparing to take the government's legislation to the Constitutional Court. Social Democrat-led states are also preparing cases. But even the experts disagree whether this new legislation has to be approved by Germany's upper house of parliament.
If we are only talking about a quantitative and not a qualitative change of duties, then it doesn't require approval. But you must consider that the Red-Green government shortened the times from their previous length, which is what they are back to again.
One thing is certain, the German government is facing ongoing protests, and nuclear energy opponents have already announced they will be staging demonstrations.